All right. Hello. I want to start this video by saying I'm not an expert on actually anything at all. I just have a lot of feelings and passion and emotions around certain things. And this video is about AI or against AI. I have been for a long time kind of constantly falling down this hole of like despair and then like anger and frustration and sadness because of how the world is receiving and using AI. And it feels like people are just so willingly handing over their consciousness and letting go of authentic, creative things and media and that kind of thing. And it's really sad to see because while my algorithm has been kind of steered away from it because I actively avoid and choose to block accounts that are AI creators or AI obsessors, sloppers, whatever you want to call it. It's out there a lot, like insane. And so this video, I want to talk about how you can train your brain to combat the AI slop takeover. Which sounds very dramatic now that I've just said that out loud, but I think it's very real. And like I said, I'm not an expert. This is just some thoughts that I have. Some thoughts that I wrote down on a notepad, and now here we are, and that's about it. So, train your brain to combat AI. I definitely think we are in a place where you have to actively make the choice to navigate, whether you're just consuming media online or if you're doing work for your job or for your personal life online. You have to actively choose to avoid AI. Like, you have to make that choice. Do you know what I mean? Like, I think it's gone past the point of, oh, I'm going to make the choice to like use AI. Whereas now it's like, oh, I've got to opt out of AI and pick the choices against it because it's so integrated into everything that now I have to, move with intention of using my own brain. Oh. So, I hope that explains the title a little bit. I think I feel more now than ever I need to be doing all these things to make sure that I am capable of creating and staying conscious and having a human experience. Like, I want my human experience to be as human as possible. I don't want to be consuming media that is not real or authentic. If I share something, if I write something, I want it to be from me. If I need an idea, I want it to be my idea. And something I realized recently as well is I feel like, and I don't really know how to word all this too, I'm just kind of blabbing it out. I think maybe that's why I'm making this video as well, because I'm just not sure how to like even word all of this. But from a young age, I feel like we are conditioned to share the things that we make. Like, think about when you're in like first, second grade and you have show and tell, and everyone had their own little thing for show and tell. Maybe it was something they made or painted at home with their parents, or maybe it's a trophy that they won at their sport that they're good at because they learned how to do that sport, or maybe it's they brought in their pet hermit crab that they had to learn and be taught how to look after. I don't know. That's actually not a very good example, but you know what I mean? Like, we're taught to be celebrated on the things that we do and we make. And it's just crazy that now the world is moving into like a place where people aren't making anything from their own brain. People aren't, like, I know people that run everything through ChatGPT. Like, they can't think of a schedule for a workout routine or a like a cleaning schedule or something like that. Like, they can't, they run it through there, like, and they can't do anything. I know people that have suggested to write a speech at like an event for a loved one, and they've suggested to put it through ChatGPT. Like, that's a real experience that I've had. And I mean, I think I don't need to explain that because everyone is, you've seeing it as well if you're online. Okay, what have I got written down? So yeah, something I wrote down is you need to take your brain to the creativity dojo because you need to be equipped for the AI takeover. I I know that sounds so silly and like it's a funny way of writing it, but I think it's true. I think you are going to benefit from being one of the people that don't allow AI to take over your life. And people are going to tell you that you're going to fall behind from not getting with AI. Like, they'll say, get with AI or get left behind. But I don't think that's true. I think if you can stay authentically you and create things from you, in the long run, you are going to come out on top. So, yeah. Don't give in and stay authentically human. And it is not better because it was refined by a machine that has access to all of the information in the world or whatever. It is better that it came from your brain, and it is that human imperfection that makes things beautiful and makes it yours as well. Like, the things that you create will never be the same as what somebody else does. And AI, it just takes from things that are already existing. It's not making anything new, like your brain, which can make new things because you, the thoughts that and ideas that you have are a result from your lived human experiences, and AI can never replace that. So yeah, keep on being authentic, because we're going to need you. We're going to need your authentic, anti-AI trained brain that has been to the creativity dojo of anti-AI university. We're going to need you on the front lines. We're going to need your boots on the ground, making real shit from your brain. Yeah. I want to give some thought into how we can prevent the AI slop takeover. And I want to put this out to hopefully reach like-minded people, because I think as well, for this kind of timeline, we really need to come together. Yeah, community is really important. So, I just wrote down some AI slop examples that I've seen, but I feel like I covered a little bit of that maybe already. Oh, here's some more that I didn't talk about though. The caricature trend. I think that's when I wrote this, which was a while ago. So that's might be when I started writing this, and I think I've added a little bit to it since then. AI creator influences. I didn't want to put creator there because you're not creating anything. I was looking for YouTube videos of people that are against AI, and I can't remember what I typed in, but it wasn't quite right, and it came up with all of these suggestions of how to become rich from making AI videos on YouTube. I made this much money from creating AI videos, like, and you can, oh my God, like, that is scary. Like that, if you, there's enough people consuming it that people are making that much money off of it, is like such a terrifying thought. And that's why I feel like we need to get into that anti-AI dojo. Okay. AI birthday photos. I've seen people posting AI birthday photos, so making an AI photo of their friend or themselves. Like, I think I did see one of someone, it was like a birthday shoot for their birthday. And yeah, it was like a AI generated birthday balloons and streamers and stuff, and they were AI generated into it as well. And it was like for their birthday. AI music. I found out just the other day that the number one song, I don't know if it was on iTunes or whatever in the US, I think it recently got taken down by someone who released recently, I don't know, something. Who was it? Anyways, AI song was number one in the US. Number one. Do you know how much music out there is? Real music, real people trying to make their own music, and how many purchases and listens and whatever and interactions with a song that it needs to get that high number one in the chart. Like, that is insane. And I want to believe that people didn't know it's AI, but like, no, people just don't care. People just do not care. Like, it must have just gotten pushed on the radio or something, and people just listen to whatever they hear on the radio. Oh, that should be illegal. That cannot. AI on the fucking radio. Okay. And then, yeah, AI art, of course, like people profiting. If you go to the markets here, there is going to be a stall of somebody selling their art slop. It's fucking slop from a tray of shit and piss. They're selling it there. And they will try and tell you, oh, well, it's accessible for me to make art. Well, you're not making art. You could make art anyway. You could make anything you want, and it would be much better than that AI slop that now you are selling and ruining it for everyone else. I mean, there are artists that have worked from the ground up to get to where they are able to make the incredible artworks that they make, and you, I don't know, just think that because you weren't able to put in that work and effort to get to that level, then you are exempt, and now you just are like, I've seen videos of people being like, well, I do AI art because it's accessible to me because of all this da da da. You're being ableist. Just make the art that you make. Just make the art that you make. I'd rather see stick figures drawn with mud and dirt onto fucking cardboard scraps and sold than to see the amount of AI slop that I see in markets and stores and things. Because, I mean, they're still selling it. Someone's buying it. Someone is buying it. Like, anyways. I also wrote scripts down here. I've heard a lot. I don't know how to confirm this. But yeah, apparently scripts are being written with AI for shows and movies and things like that, which is so upsetting. I'm hoping that surely it's obvious if you're watching a show. Like, how am I going to tell it's AI? I don't know. Hopefully you can tell, because it would be god awful. But how terrifying would it be that I'd watch a whole movie and show just to find out it was AI script. Now, on the contrary to all of that stuff that I've said, I know of some good AI. And it's really hard to talk about this because people will hear this and think, well, AI is great then. Oh my God, it's doing amazing things. And I'll continue running everything, single thing I need through a robot and making horrendous images and fucking dancing cat videos and send it to my whatever. But I think that, like, it is so hard to talk about because I think AI in the way that it is shouldn't be so easily accessible. Like, that is so damaging to all of our creative industries and our environment, all the resources that it uses up, the amount of people that are using it so much. I wish that AI was not so easily accessible so that the AI that is doing good work, which for what I know it is in conservation and environmental issues, would be so much better, and I would celebrate it more because, yeah. So that's a bit contradictory or conflicting for me in that sense. The overconsumption of AI, yeah, is awful, but a good AI is Australian Wildlife Conservancy uses these camera traps, and they are these, I mean, I'm not an expert. You can search it up and research it to get a better understanding if you need, but I don't think they're fully in the field yet, but they might be in works. And so in Australia, we have a lot of invasive pests, especially foxes and feral cats, and they have decimated our native wildlife. We've got a lot of small mammals that these pests feast on, and a lot of them have gone extinct. A lot of them are on the brink of extinction. So there are a lot of good groups like Australian Wildlife Conservancy that are trying to prevent that from continuing. So they've got these pest-proof sanctuaries where they can release and breed and build up the numbers of these species. For example, like the greater bilby, which is on the rise because of some awesome work from groups like Australian Wildlife Conservancy, and the pests can't get into these fences. I'm pretty sure what they're doing is they're working on these traps that can have a camera, and the AI scans the animal in front of the doorway of this. It's not a trap, I guess. It's a doorway, and then scans the animal. It goes, oh, it's a bilby. Doorway opens, lets it through, yada yada. Scans it, oh, it's a cat, doesn't open, can't get through. That's my understanding of it anyway. Again, I'm not an expert. All right, so here's some things you can do to help train your help train your brain to combat the AI takeover. So while you're in the creativity dojo or the anti-AI dojo, here's some little things you can do, which are maybe obvious, or maybe not. I don't know. Who knows? Touch grass, for real. And I mean, go on a bushwalk, go on a hike, go bird watching, go do not disturb on your phone, go sit under a tree and observe nature. Like, go for a walk. Like, I mean, actually go outside and just observe. This is so important, and I think it stimulates something in your brain that could elevate your creativity. I find anyway, when I've spent a bit of time out in nature, that my creative brain is elevated. I'm able to make things more. You could learn something. So if you observe a new animal, a bird, a plant or something, take a photo of it, remember it, and learn something about it and teach yourself about it, especially if it's in your local area. Like, I feel like we are so disconnected to nature, and I really think that knowing about the ecosystems in our local area should be like second to none knowledge, but I feel like it's so lost. And I myself am on a journey to learn everything I can about the nature that is in my backyard, because I feel like we should know that, like, as humans, like, we should know how it all works and everything and every plant and every animal that's there. Write down your ideas, which is what I've done, which is what this notebook is for. Write down your ideas, and I really suggest pen to paper if you can. Write it down. Like, I think there's a connection to your hand and writing the idea or whatever you're writing down, and like when you actually are physically writing it down as opposed to like typing or something. If you need to type, like, I think that's fine as well. Like, maybe you don't have a notepad available, pen, whatever. I know like paper could be seen as wasteful, things like that. I usually try and find secondhand notebooks at op shops and things like that to get my paper resources from. You can write down how you feel in that moment, so like a journal. You could write down an idea that you have, like whatever idea that comes to mind, like an unpolished, authentic idea that you have right now. Just write it down and let it flow and see where it takes you. Write a poem, you could write music, you could write a non-fiction, fictional story. It could be 5 sentences, it could be 5 chapters. I don't know, just get it down and create something, and maybe it'll go somewhere, maybe it won't, but I think it's just so important to be activating that creative bone in your brain and getting it down. And like, it's so easy, something you can do right now is just get it out, write it down, and yeah, Like it's just such a simple thing, I think, to keep your brain active and thinking. Draw pictures from your brain. Think of something and draw it imperfectly. Draw it how you remember it. Like, just draw it. It's not gonna look amazing. Like, draw a stick figure. I don't know. Draw a memory. Just do it, and do it from your brain. Share it if you want to share it. Don't share it at all. Maybe draw it today. Draw it again tomorrow and see if you can improve on it. Like, just draw. Draw something. Paint it if you want. Scribble on your device. If you don't have pen and paper, open your notes app and scribble something. I don't know. Like, whatever it is, just draw a little picture, which you can do right now. You can pause this video and do it. Here I've got go see a live show. Look up live show bands in town. If you don't have the Bands in Town app, really good for finding live music in your area. I'm pretty sure you can connect it to your streaming services, and it will automatically like show the artists that you're interested in. Or just search up your local venues and see who's there. Go and support these live artists that are performing real art in front of your eyes without AI. Go to an art gallery, go see physical art made from real humans. Or yeah, just support a local artist. Like, support a small, real artist and help them on their journey to be able to be a living artist. Like, how cool and special would it feel if you searched up a local artist? Not even had to be local, but it'd be cool to be local so you can see them live. But find a small artist, listen to their music, fall in love with it, follow their journey, support them, share their art, and watch them excel. And because of your love and interaction with their art, they may be able to achieve that. And then you're supporting something real. And in turn, you are listening to real music or looking at real art rather than the AI slop that we see in here. Find community. So find community in your local area. I don't want to promote Facebook. I don't like whatever Mark Zuckerberg's piece of shit. they all are. We can't go anywhere. I'm going to talk about that in a minute, actually, about using these platforms, even though the CEOs are not good. But anyways, yeah, Facebook has a lot of community opportunities for you to find communities, which is one way you could do it. The local paper, you could go get your local paper or go down to your local, I don't know, information center or shopping center. Sometimes they have like a little billboard thing. I don't know, where I live, they have that. You can see what's on. I know in my area there's an arts festival coming up, which I'm going to go to and hopefully not see any AI slop, but well, we'll see about that. Search the web and get involved. So yeah, this could be anything to hobbies and things like that, or shows, markets, or even just like, I guess, activist things. So maybe there's an issue in your local area you could get involved with. Maybe they're trying to develop a forestry near you and there's locals that are trying to fight it. You could get involved and help with that, because Lord knows that these AI data centers are popping up everywhere and destroying our natural world and sucking up all the resources. So maybe there's an AI data center being built near you. Highly guarantee there is. And maybe your local community needs your help to help fight it. So you could definitely search that up. Similarly, yeah, volunteering. You could volunteer your time to something, and that's a great way to meet people. I know I want to do that more. It's hard. That is a harder thing to do when you are working and just trying to fund living. So volunteering is difficult when you just need to work and live to survive. So that one's a bit tricky, but if you are able to like volunteer your time, so I'm thinking like tree plantings or beach cleanups or market stalls for different organizations or rallies and things like that, you can volunteer to work at them, or even live music events. Sometimes they look for volunteers, which is a great way to get involved and meet people. And, you know, if these are good causes, they're a great thing for you to do as well. Yeah, so wildlife surveys as well. There are a lot of wildlife surveys for citizen science that you can volunteer your time to literally go out and count wildlife, which is really cool. So my last page is I want to kind of talk about like being in these online spaces as someone who is against AI, when these online spaces are so overrun with AI, and how that is very contradictory of my beliefs and things. And this is a really recent thought that like the last few days I've really been kind of spiraling about, like, how do I navigate that? And do I just disappear? Like, I've just had this urge to like buy a Nokia brick phone and just vanish, and not do any of it. And like that was a very real thing. Like, I mean, I have an iPhone, and I want this to be my last iPhone, whatever that means. Or I want to make this last for a long time, as long as I can, and then find like a sustainable alternative. But then like I'm also like, well, I still want to create short form content. Maybe do I? I don't know, because the stuff on TikTok with how they're pushing AI onto their creatives is really disappointing. And I know that YouTube, I had to toggle, or I had to go and search up and toggle some things on like dubbing or something. They dub your content and people can AI remix things, whatever. Again, like navigating it is really hard, and you have to make these choices to kind of avoid AI. But I think I've come to the conclusion that, like anything, I don't want to be silent, and I want to create change. And I think if I vanish and just delete these apps because of AI, I feel like that's letting them win. There's so many authentic creators out there that you can support that are still in these apps, making like real humanly made content and things. And I think if we elevate them, then maybe it can still be okay. And yeah, so I'd still want to use content as a tool to talk about things that I care about. And one of those things is being against AI slop. And I think not everyone's gonna understand that, because they're like, well, you're using YouTube. I already get these comments on TikTok when I've shared about my hatred for AI slop, and be like, well, you're on TikTok, you're using AI. It's like, yes, but like, if everyone that didn't like AI just left all these platforms, then there would be no change made at all. Like, I think, and I know I'm delusional in saying this, I think if we are able to speak out against AI and express our displeasure with it being shoved down our throats, and be more vocal about it, then these big companies and these owners of these platforms could hopefully listen. Like, we need big creators on board, and which a lot of people is probably scared to do because they don't want to be, what's the word? They don't want their content to be like not pushed out, or shadow banned, or whatever you call it, demonetized and stuff like that. Yeah, I just lost my train of thought. So there are a lot of people there are a lot of people expressing their displeasure for AI, though. Like, if you want it, you can find it. They're out there. I can see it. And I think what you can do is to elevate that as well. So repost, reshare, like, comment on people that are actively engaging with being against the AI takeover. So that is something you can do that is huge. And I think that could make a huge difference. I think it would really, like, if we had huge engagement in content that is against AI, then I feel like the owners of these apps have no choice but to listen. And if you stop engaging with AI and block accounts that are making these sloppy AI videos, report them, block them, and then don't interact with them any further than that, I think that is going to send the message that we don't want it. Because we still want to we still want to create, and we still want to watch things, but we want to create real things, and we want to watch real human-made content. So instead of disappearing, I think that's what we can do. So yeah, share anti-AI content, boost real creators like crazy, and you can make your own content. You can share your own opinions on how you hate AI and how that makes you feel, like I'm doing right now. That is something you have access to do if you're comfortable to do that. And as little as engagement as you might get, I think anything is good. And tell me, I'll engage with it. I'll share your anti-AI posts. Like, comment that, link it in my, like, send me a message, and I'll engage with your content if you are on the same page as me. Like, I want to build that community, and I want to boost those things. And another one is call your friends out on their AI bullshit. Call your friends out for having to run everything through ChatGPT. Next time your friend says, just ask ChatGPT, call them out on their bullshit, which is something I'm learning how to do as well. Like, it is hard to cause discomfort in social situations when you feel like you are alone. And with AI, I've felt that a lot. I've always felt that with things like environmental issues and certain other social issues that you feel like maybe not everyone is going to agree with. And now AI is on that list. And if you're at the dinner table and your Aunt Mary says, oh, I just ran it through AI and made this image. Fuck it. Ruin the dinner. Ruin dinner over AI. Like, I don't care. I think you should start ruining your ruin your family dinner when your relative brings up using AI, and maybe that will make somebody at that table think about it, think twice about it. Maybe it won't. Maybe they'll alienate you, but it's worth a try, because if you don't talk about it, if you stay silent, then this shit is only going to get worse. Yeah. I hope I talked about everything I wanted to talk about. Yeah. Rambled a lot. I think that'll do. If you have any thoughts and opinions on this topic, let me know in the comments. I'm pretty much everywhere. If you want to follow me, I'll try and link it all below. I stream a lot on Twitch, twitch.tv/Josh Tufa. That's a good way to catch me if you want to chat and stuff. But yeah, thanks for watching if you made it this far, and I hope that this made any sense at all. Bye.